All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another match in the 2023 Pokemon Crystal Full Item Randomizer Tournament. Today we have Shadax versus BadNewsNate. They're both 1-1 so far, so pretty decent starts. Trying to pick up their second win and get closer to the second stage of the tournament. I'm IB, and I have today with me on commentary Wingage.
How's it going?
Yeah, let's see what the starters are.
Steel, Electabuzz. Nate just going for the Electabuzz, not even looking at anything else.
Horsey.
Electabuzz is the right answer here.
Yeah. Does mean your rival will eventually have Kingdra. If you have to do any of the later rival fights.
Yeah, but I think that's only going to be Victory Road and Route 4, so it shouldn't be too bad.
I did not see the moveset there. Got flashed very temporarily.
I think Bite was one move, and...
Okay, that's not bad.
I saw Protect, and then I missed the other two.
But yeah, Bite's not a bad move, but it's like it's 60 power. It's not good enough to like try and force the Electabuzz through. They'll probably both be looking for something different to run.
Probably.
Oh, Nate is repelling. Maybe he's satisfied with this.
I mean, might just be trying to blitz. There's a lot of options. Giraffe is not a bad one to swap to, but Shadax thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's one of those mons that like it depends on the moveset completely. With good moves, it's perfectly fine, but if you have mediocre moves, it's just not usable. But yeah, Nate just repelling, not looking for any encounters, at least on the first pass through.
Kingdra. Now that is a great mon to switch to.
Oh, it also has Flamethrower. Okay, that's definitely usable.
Stab Octazooka. That's a good start for Kingdra.
Yeah, Nate decides that Flamethrower Bite is good enough for him, and he's just rolling with it. Getting the flinch on the ride on. And Fortress will go down very easily. Let's see what this Kingdra has. Body Slam, Octazooka, Morning Sun, Water Gun. That's not bad. And there's Surf outside of Dark Cave for Nate.
Surf at this stage of the game is really good. Arguably one of the best special moves in the game.
But that also means that the Kingdra will be getting Surf very, very soon. So this Kingdra is going to have a pretty easy time for a while. Nate and healing at the Violet Center, gonna go pick up some repels and escape ropes, most likely. And yeah, there is Surf for Shadax as well. Definitely gonna be really glad to see that. And we're heading over to the escape rope room.
Yep. While these mons are solid, there's a lot of options to swap, especially if they find the squirt bottle or a rod or two.
Yeah. With Electabuzz, with Flamethrower, Surf, Bite, I think is only walled on Poliwrath. so it's definitely good enough now to just continue using.
Nothing in the chamber.
Yep, not this time. Definitely not the most dense items start so far, but we've still got a lot to go before we need to find an unwall. Having surf this early means it's probably fairly likely that we'll get the fog badge at some point sooner rather than later.
Earthquake being a TM though, that makes any physical mon very viable.
Yeah, you've got... Even Surf on a physical mon is decent, and Earthquake on a special mon is decent. They're just nice to have the opposite coverage sometimes. But, yeah, with Surf Earthquake, this, especially if you, like, this Kingdra could definitely use Earthquake. Although you might want to keep it for later.
Yeah, it depends how committed you are.
Yeah. If you pick up Squirt Bottle rather than Pass, I think you probably just commit to this Kingdra, honestly. If you know that you're going to have access to that experience in North Johto.
Yeah, besides Mewtwo, Kingdra's one of the most consistent Pokemon to run. And on that note, BadNewsNate picks up the Marsh Badge and Sprout. Shadax hitting an unfortunate optional.
Snake's ahead, put the audio on him.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, TM26 is normally Earthquake, isn't it? And it was this time too, that's pretty funny.
That's pretty good. Immediately teaching Earthquake to Kingdra, so I think we're sticking with this one for maybe the long haul. I need to speak up louder? Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could increase your volume, but for some reason it's not showing up like normal in the settings.
It's all good. I could just talk louder. There's ways there's ways around this.
This is true, this is true. And there's the Marsh Badge on Shadax's side as well.
Ooh, unfortunately Nate wipes from Elder Lee.
Ooh. Kingdra might have a better time with that. Kingdra, oh actually they both only got one weakness, but Kingdra is a little bit bulkier. And has some more resistances, so...
Nate's
hopefully for Nate, that's not anything crazy. Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, Nate's probably just gonna go through the gym and might go back up. It's or might just leave the one check. Let's get a couple levels off the gym here. Although frozen from Hitmontop, that's very unlucky.
Doesn't have any way of fixing that either. Oh, there's the defrost. Yeah, this is some unfortunate fight luck on Nate's side for now.
And there's a Mewtwo.
Wow. Oh, it has Dragon Breath. That might be problematic for the Kingdra.
Yeah. Out of all the Pokemon to have a dragon move, that's probably the worst one to see.
Absolutely. Oh, Shadax did teach Earthquake to the Kingdra, it looks like.
Yeah, immediately.
I did not catch that. But yeah, gets through Elder, no problem. Just a nugget.
So if Nate doesn't do this, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll almost certainly be doing it at some point. The question is if he does it right now, or if he waits until he does some of the backtrack checks later on, like the Kenya return and such.
Oh, Water Gun TM, so we could teach King. We can get Kingdra learning Water Gun again.
Did he just give TM 31?
Oh, did he?
I think he did. I think he just gave Water Gun TM 31.
What is this, vanilla? Who randomized this? Yeah, Nate going back for a rematch against Starmie, now that we've had a few more levels.
Yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to accidentally leave a piece of fly or the fog badge or something really important here. It's safe, much safer to just do this right away. Let's see how the Kingdra does against this Mewtwo. Oh, just one-shots it. Okay, you know.
Like I said before, Kingdra's one of the most runnable Pokemon besides Mewtwo.
Yeah.
It's got very solid stats. Only weakness is Dragon. And it doesn't have any like lower experience like a Legendary does.
Turns out that having Stab on a 95 power move that you're almost guaranteed to get is really good.
And then learning Sacred Fire to just that's a nice added touch to that Kingdra.
Yeah, Faulkner does in fact give you TM 31 in the TM slot as well.
That's great. Yeah, but Nate's gonna be the first one out of Violet.
Yep, just a slight lead.
Slight lead, probably due to that three Pokemon optional earlier.
Yeah, also not getting any encounters, just repelling all the way straight to Violet.
And just seeing Electabuzz and going. Just blitzing. And there's the radio card.
Be useful a bit later. Not anything too helpful at the moment. But that is required to beat the game. Shadax right behind on that radio card.
Picking up the guard spec here means that they don't have to buy one later, which is nice.
Yeah, guard spec's really nice to have. Usually only on a red. I usually buy 2 for some reason. I don't know why I do that, because I never use it on any other fight.
It's one of those that it's good to have, especially if you have some tough fights. 2 or 3 is not bad to have. Buying any more than that is excessive.
Yeah.
Quart Bottle. Alright, well that's the answer on how we get to North Johto.
Yep. You always need either the Squirt Bottle or the Pass to get you out of this initial golden loop up to Goldenrod, and so now we've got it. But that's probably better news for the Kingdra. I mean, honestly, both of these mains are perfectly viable to stick with, but the Kingdra, Shadax almost certainly wants to stay with it more than Nate would. You're definitely more attached. And the Squirt Bottle on Shadax's side as well.
Yep. Yeah, while we're giving praise to Kingdra, Electabuzz is no slouch either. It's pretty good in its own way. A little weak to ground moves, though.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have too big of a deal. Especially, honestly, the biggest difference right now between these two is the fact that the Kingdra has Stab. That's part of what makes Kingdra so good, is that you always get your Stab. If this Electabuzz never picks up an electric move, then it might lose a little bit of time on some fights.
But if we do find Thunderbolt, Spark, anything like that, this Electabuzz will be a happy boy.
Enough, yeah. But yeah, both of them just working their way through Slowpoke well.
Yeah, my thoughts on the if you like your main, you go with the vanilla routing. You try to get those easy levels and progress normally. And it looks like that's exactly what these runners are doing right now.
Yeah. You don't necessarily have any amazing opportunities for a main switch. I guess you could go for a roamer if you want after you do Burnt Tower, but there's no real need to. It's not like we've got the pass or something and you want to go immediately to Cycling Road.
Yeah, the amount of time you'd have to commit to get the roamer, you would not save by running the roamer.
Yeah. Not with these mains.
Not with these mains, and not beelining it over there right now, so... Gonna be... Looks like vanilla routing, Nate, a slight lead. A Flamethrower is very nice against the Steelix, but...
Surprised that lived.
Right?
I wonder if this Electabuzz has low special or something.
Yeah, we only know it's, because it's male, it's got a high attack DB. At least...
Ooh, Seadra with Earthquake. Hopefully we have a revive.
We do. We have
two max revives.
Like I said earlier, ground moves is the bane to an Electabuzz. And Earthquake being the worst of them.
Yeah. Well, I suppose technically Magnitude 10 would be worse.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Not that that's exactly common.
Metronome
yeah, the Kingdra... True, yeah. I mean, if it outlevels you, I suppose. Yeah, the Kingdra one-shotting the Steelix, that's the type of thing where you just save little bits of time here and there, it'll build up. But yeah, I mean, right now, these racers are extremely close together, and they probably will be up through Goldenrod, they'll probably both be doing everything there. With the Zephyr badge.
Zephyr badge, making Azalea required.
But yeah, once we do get up to waking up that Sudowoodo, that's where we'll most likely start to see some divergence. You've got a couple options. You can head back to Goldenrod and buy Rock Smash first. Some people will just continue. You can go left towards Olivine and do Lighthouse. Maybe we'll have Surf access, and someone will head over to do Rocket Hideout. It'll be that's where the routes will start to diverge.
Now that we have the Zephyr badge, you could do just a single Zephyr badge check, and that could be, if that's Fog badge, it could be a huge divergence.
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll probably get comboed in with turning into Kenya.
More than likely. Nate saving before Bugsy, not a bad idea.
Especially with no other Pokemon alive. Like, you've got that max revive, but you don't have anything to revive on, so if you... I don't think he's entered the center here either, so it would send him all the way back to 32, which would be not great.
Very problematic. But getting the flinch. Alright, so we've only seen Mega Horn being used by Bugsy. That's the Bug Trainer using a Bug move. And Ice Beam! Okay, that is the best Ice move in the game, and Thunder and Ice being perfect coverage in this, and we're both running special mains. This is a good sight.
Yeah. I would be very surprised if they didn't both teach that.
Yeah, I imagine Shadax teaches that immediately. I don't think he has any intention of switching off Kingdra at this point.
Nate does enter this Azalea Center, so yeah, with the Squirt Bottle, you don't need to do as much of a Death Warp strategy. You'll often see runners Death Warp back to 32 to combo in some stuff and save some time, but no need here. Okay, Shadax taught over Sacred Fire with Ice Beam. Interesting.
And getting the Storm badge.
Yeah, always good to see. 1/2 of Fly.
Yep. And the ability to do a trade poke if that ever arises.
True, it does. It does give you some. I think it's up to level 70 of obedience.
Yeah, 70 with Storm Badge. And there's Strength.
All right, we're slowly building up our inventory of key items.
None of our HMs work with our badges so far, but out of all the HMs, those are the two most powerful moves, so you can at least teach a decent move to any Pokemon.
Yeah. We might see one of these two check the move tutor as well, see if there's any good moves there. So far, the seat's been pretty generous. With moves, at least. Getting early Surf and then the Ice Beam there, and also that Earthquake TM. You can't ask for too much more. So that TM there says a move that can inflict paralysis. Don't get tricked by that. If it says move, then it's something like Thunder Wave or Stun Spore. If it's Thunderbolt or anything like that, it would have to say an attack that can cause paralysis.
Yep.
I know I've been tricked by that a number of times.
You and me both. But
and even if it does say attack, there's always the chance that it's Lick.
True. Aeroblast as a physical move is not bad to find here. That's a high crit move, low PP, but it's a really good fly move.
No, I think Shadax bought that Mayclaw's paralysis move, unfortunately.
I mean, when you have Ice Beam, Surf, Kingdra, it's like Blinders might be honest, like, I need Thunderbolt. But he'll be disappointed for sure.
Also picking up Sweet Scent, that's nice in case you ever decide to switch to a Surf main in Vermilion. Surf encounter rate is so low. If you're talking about the Sudowoodo, that's level 20, not level 30, so that's much less of an incentive to switch to that. The only static level 30, I believe, is the Shiny, and you do not want to run a Shiny. That's a ton of time lost every fight.
I have seen... Oh, there's the Fog Badge! Okay, well, there's the possibility of... If we get the pass, we can switch to a potential 39 in Vermilion Water.
Oh, apparently Move Tutor was checked and there was Sludge Bomb. Yet another good physical move.
Alright, so I know Nate's favorite Pokemon is Machamp, so if we do find a Machamp, we can make it runnable just as is.
Yeah, Earthquake, Headbutt, Aeroblast, Sludge Bomb is decent. You just want to find a fighting move.
Heck, even Strength instead of Headbutt. Like, we have options.
Oh, yeah, true. Forgot we had that. But yeah, with Surf, that does open up a lot more options for us. It might lead these two to head towards Mahogany rather than towards Olivine, just for the idea of doing Rocket Hideout. Karate Chop is 50 power, I believe. But yeah, still not that great.
It's not great, unless you're running a fighting Pokemon. Yeah, it's 50 power, but it has a...
increased
It does have a high
rate.
crit, yeah, so like it's not the worst. If it's Stab, it's really good. But that's about it.
Shadax picking up some heal powders. Cheaper than full heals, not a bad idea.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Nate is heading through Whitney's gym, as Shadax enters it as well. Again, still super close. Nate with a very slight lead.
Yeah, where I feel like Shadax is actually being more efficient with the fight with the slightly better Pokemon. I feel like Nate's making up for that with very effective and clean menuing and movement. So
yeah.
Kudos to that.
Absolutely.
Alright, Whitney is not required. I think there was, what, a single bonk in that? With all those turns?
Yeah, so. Very nice movement.
Picking up the Kenya. Now there's this... At this point it'd be a little bit difficult to switch to, because we've done all the fights, but... Curious what the Kenya is.
Yeah, we might see it checked at least just for like teleport or something, but
Yeah,
not really any need to switch to it.
oh, absolutely no need. Shadax saving here. Oh, it looks like they're looking at the item by Soft Sand Girls.
Yeah. At least going to grab the item, if not, try soft sand themselves. The Kangdra can probably do it. Okay, yeah, just the item.
Just the item. It's right there. And yeah, it allows for the do the pseudo check and just keep going north or do the Kenya. It
Yep.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It would have been really big if that was fly.
Yeah, because you don't want to, it's safer to not strand that one item. That's really easy to do, and like you said, yeah, if that was fly, that's a massive advantage, so checking it is not a bad idea at all.
I can sense a frown on Shadex's face as they just checked the TMs and saw the Thunder Wave TM.
Yep, got baited by that move instead of attack, unfortunately.
It happens to the best of us.
Alright, and we will, in a moment, see what the Sudowoodo is.
Yep. And it's a Mantine.
Yeah, just running away from it.
That's a run from me too. That's
actually, if you only have 2 Pokemon in your party, you can damage that pretty easily and check it or catch it. Honestly,
true. Nate gonna do the
Violet
surf checks,
Surf items,
Violet Surf items, and do the Zephyr badge probably. Do Kenya.
Yep.
There's a couple of things here. There's the Rainbow badge. All right.
But yeah, we'll see what happens after doing these Violet items, because you can head back to Goldenrod and buy Rock Smash now. Now that we've gotten the item from the Rock Smash guy, that's buyable. And then you can head over to Dark Cave and do that out of logic. You could just head up towards Ekritique. You could head all the way back towards Tojo and grab the 2 items there and the one in Cherry Grove. There's quite a few options.
Yep. Shadax doing just right on Nate's heels with the gonna pick up the Rainbow badge.
There it is.
Checking the Kenya. It was a Scizor.
Saw Magnitude and Foresight, I think.
Magnitude.
Oh, there's Rock Smash.
All right, we don't have to go back at all.
Very convenient.
Ooh, okay. So what Nate is gonna do here is he's gonna save.
He's gonna head down and check out the one item in Cherry Grove first, it looks like, and then probably reset and check the stuff in Dark Cave out of logic.
Yeah.
You'll never be required to do a dark place in the dark. You'll always have access to Flash beforehand, but there's nothing stopping you from just doing it if you want to.
Yep, and a lot of our more experienced runners, I know Nate is one of them, is able to do Rock Smash in the dark, or doing these dark caves in the dark. So...
Yeah, there's also maps on the tracker software for this stuff that you can pay attention to where you're bonking and follow along with that map. Dark Cave's not too bad. It's usually Whirl Islands and Rock Tunnel that can give some people trouble.
Yeah, I would say Whirl being the worst of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I believe there's like 3 separate unique strategies to navigating in the dark for Whirl. And there's Fly!
Oh,
so
wow!
being rewarded. You don't even have to save scum this at all. You can check this one item.
Yeah, both of them going out of logic without having Flash, and both of them making the completely correct decision of getting Fly out of logic. Well, that's great news for both of them. So this does mean that the Flash HM, HM05, must be available somewhere in Fly Logic, so with fly logic, you aren't required to go past Tojo Falls, east of Mahogany. You're not required to take the boat, and you're not required to do anything regarding the machine part, I believe. So we know that Flash isn't in any of those locations.
Yeah, if we find the pass, it can be in Kanto, but
Yes.
yeah, we've narrowed down where Flash will be.
Yeah. And again, Flash isn't technically required. It's just it opens up exactly 4 items in the Flash chamber and makes the rest of the stuff easier.
Ooh, Shadax looks like they were about to go and check the same items Nate is here, but then flew to Goldenrod.
With Fly, I see no reason to do this immediately. You can try and delay it a little bit until you get the Rising Badge if you really want to. But yeah, I mean, with Fly, you've got freedom to do pretty much whatever you want here.
Yeah.
Shadax heading back towards Union Cave to check these 2 items in the basement, looks like.
Yep.
True, also isn't high enough level really to repel those encounters. We saw Nate encountering and murdering a Cleffa. Trickums will be very happy.
Very true. I forget the level in Union Basement. I believe it's borderline around the same level.
That is true, it is similar. So if that was the reason, this isn't the best idea either.
I think Shadows just got lucky there. I could be wrong, but I think it's like 22 in Union Cave or 23.
22 sounds right. I'm not certain.
24.
Oh really?
Yep, you can get up. Yeah, 24 for surfing. Wait, no, 22 B2F. There we go. Yeah, 24 for surfing. Yeah, so Shadax just gets really lucky with no encounters there.
Alright, Nate grabbing the item in Burnt Tower and is going to take on Rival, so we will get to hear the roamers in just a moment after this fight. Let's see. Shadax just heads straight to Kimono Girls. Probably wants some experience on this Kingdra.
I mean, we are running a little bit low on checks overall. We don't have access to Kanto.
We do have all of Rocket Hideout, so...
True. The Rocket Hideout and Mortar being the most dense checks right now.
Yeah. You definitely could delay things like Morty or Kimonos if you want to. But I also don't blame Shadax, you just want experience, you're just sticking with this Kingdra. It's learning Psychic! Man.
What at this point, what do you get rid of? Body Slam is probably the right call here.
I think you just go 3 special moves and keep Earthquake for those pesky Blissies or Chanseys. Oh, there's another Seed... Oh! Rival has Seadra because we gave it a Horsey. This is really bad for Nate because Seadra has Earthquake still.
Yeah.
Really wishing he had an electric move right now. But anyways, let's hear the roamers.
Yeah, did I hear
Yeah, yeah, so I didn't know what the second one was, but I did recognize 2 of them, which is impressive for me. But yeah, I think that was Mewtwo, and the Suicune is Kingler, and Garf saying that the second one was Quillfish.
Yeah, it's
might have been Mew. Okay.
Yeah, Nate looking for that potential Mewtwo, but
hopefully not Parasect.
Oh, actually save resetting, trying to get... This would be a good main switch, actually.
Well, we get to hear him again. I don't think that is Mew.
Watch it be Parasect.
It might be Parasect, but I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting, but I don't think that's Mew. That's either Mewtwo. I think that's either Mewtwo or Parasect. I don't think it's one of the other two.
Yeah. Right now, chat is divided, and so I hope Nate finds it.
Yeah, I really want to know now. But yeah, this is the risk with going for the roamer. So once the roamers leave, once
we
the
can go back
roamers
to
leave
Shadax and
hear
check
it
the audio again.
Can it be fast enough?
Go back to Nate and listen for a fourth time. Nice try.
So many roamer listens. Anyways, once you do encounter them, if you escape rope immediately, the roamers go either. The roamers will usually, I think they go to an adjacent route. They can only jump to adjacent routes. So
yeah, basically the Entei. Basically, what happens is as you transition, it'll jump to a nearby route.
Oh, there's one of them.
Nate got
it's Mewtwo.
Oh, let's go!
Wow.
Shadax gives up on it. Might be happy enough with the Kingdra.
Yeah, I mean Kingdra is more and catches it first ball.
All right.
Wow.
We're gaming here. Flamethrower.
Okay, Flamethrower Surf already good enough. You can teach it Earthquake. Oh, and Ice Beam. Right, I forgot.
Okay, well, Nate is gonna be happy with that switch. Out of all the roamers to switch to, that's the main. I don't think he checks the 60. He doesn't check even swap to the Snorlax or anything. It's just you have a Mewtwo.
Let me check. That might be our first roamer main of the tournament.
Actually,
somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody's switched to a roamer yet.
All right. Now chat's saying Nate lucked out big time. I don't think this is lucking out. He made an effort. He saved and reset and tried, what is it, 3 times? And it's roughly...
I think it was 4, maybe? I don't know, but yeah.
No, the 4th time would have been Shadax.
Oh, true. My bad.
It's all good. It's the first roamer of the tournament, and it's a Mewtwo, so we'll see how it does. Yeah, I believe if you do it that way, it's roughly like a 30-some% or 40-some%, so 1 in 3 that it'll be there. So good job to Nate.
Yeah, I don't know the odds, but yeah, I mean, I think you could consider it lucky if you'd gotten it first try, but also, like, you know, it could have been the other one, which I think chat said was a Quillfish.
Yeah, there's a chance it could have been Quillfish, but if you wanted that first roamer, going to the left route is the correct way to do it.
Yeah. Closer to 1 in 4. Either way, he did take 3 tries at it, so wasted a little bit of time getting it, but should more than make up that time now that he did actually get it. There was the machine part on Shadax's side inside of Mount Mortar. Meanwhile, Nate is doing Morty. We will see if Morty is required today.
And there's the Boulder Badge, right by the guardhouse for Shadax.
Yep, just collecting those Kanto badges doesn't unlock anything, but do need them eventually.
Yep.
See what Morty has.
And a Great Ball. So if we find the card key, Morty may not be required. That's a shiny Arcanine.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, is it a self-fulfilling prophecy when I was talking about Kingdra's very runnable, only behind Mewtwo?
Maybe. There's a lovely Cliss TM. Having a sleep move TM is always nice. We'll just make setup on red so much easier.
Yep. Nate hitting this optional, avoiding a couple walk frames, because you can just fly away from Olivine now.
Yeah, this is... It's not really an optional in the traditional sense. It's, you can choose to fight either one of these trainers if you prefer.
Yeah, when I say optional, I mean those are your options.
Right. It's just usually optionals has a different connotation.
I mean, it's technically an optional if they find SS ticket and pass.
Yeah, yeah. Instead, the flame badge that gives us strength access.
Strength and surf together is a great combination because usually a lot of the strength checks are behind surf.
That also means that once Nate does pick up the boulder badge, that'll be 7 badges and give access all the way towards Ice Path as well.
Yep, and
meanwhile, Shadax is just going for Rocket Hideout. That's true, the strength guy gave us the wrong half of strength. But yeah, Shadax definitely had the main advantage for a while with the Surf Kingdra, but now with the Mewtwo, they're both amazing mains, but the Mewtwo having so many levels as well really just makes the... Nate should save a significant amount of times on fights if we have to do any more difficult ones in Kanto.
Yep, Nate, while losing that initial time collecting this main, definitely will make it up with the fights, as well as his menuing has been nothing short of great this run. But
Rando God Jarvis was defeated.
Oh, Destiny Bond on the Dugong! Ooh. No!
Did that outspeed, or did it just
no, it got 2 shots. So basically, Shadax did a move, used Destiny Bond, Shadax outsped, killed it, and then got sent down with the...
Right. Unfortunate there.
At least we have mains as backups, or like alternative Pokemon as backup, but that could have been... It is a bit of a time loss.
Yeah. No regular revives I didn't see in there, but 3 max revives, so...
Yep, and Thunder Punch Paralyze, oh, that's unfortunate.
There's the Mystery Egg.
And
the last item on the other side. Perfect timing.
Jasmine lost her doll down the stairwell.
But yeah, we'll see what Nate does after this. With strength, you might head over to Cyanwood and just take on Chuck straight away, as well as grab that pharmacy item. Definitely an option.
He'll be able to fully clear Cyanwood for sure here. There's also the potential of doing Slowpoke Well and Waterstone Chamber.
True.
Although might be waiting for Flash, and then could do both of them at the same time. And there's the card key.
So it seems Morty is
no longer required.
Yeah, Morty can't be required anymore. He did not give an item, and we have card key and 7 badge access.
Snowbear is a happy boy somewhere.
Probably not happy with the Mewtwo, but hey, at least it's not Morty as well.
Could you imagine running a Mewtwo and Morty required? Snowbear would be very upset with that. Alright.
But yeah, so we've seen some of the mortar checks, but on Nate's side, we'll now get to see the strength items as well.
There's the Clear Bell, so looking like it's leaning towards Radio Tower into Tin Tower.
Yep, and that's our second bell, because we did get Heal Bell earlier as a TM. It almost baited me. I almost said we got the Clear Bell, and then I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
And there's the pass. So if you wanted to main switch, which I don't think we'll be seeing anytime soon.
No, I doubt either of them will at this point.
Yeah. Now, what Shadax is doing right now, I will give kudos, is if you wanted to continue running the Kingdra, which is what it looks like he decided, you want to get the levels, and so doing the Rocket Hideout is the right call.
Yeah. doing the ERC skip of not fighting all the password trainers doesn't have a very good record so far in the tournament anyway, as it's probably a better play in Crazy with Hiddens, when you have all the Hiddens in the berry trees.
Mewtwo is by definition not a Mewtwo. Wait, oh, buddy.
Last time I checked, Mewtwo was Mewtwo.
Mewtwo is indeed a Mewtwo, and there's the machine part.
Yep. But yeah, we will see what Shadax does next. Might decide to just head straight to Kanto after finishing up this section. Might do the same as Nate and head over to Allvine.
Alright, more Sweet Scent. We can, again, catch a new Pokemon. Never gonna see it, but...
Thunder Shock, unfortunately, on the Kingdra Learn set. Not the Thunder move we wanted.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Strength Motor not required, but having an X accuracy is not bad to have. In this gen, X accuracy, if you using a single one will make sure all your moves will hit.
And we do have that Lovely Kiss TM as well, so fully accurate sleep is very, very powerful.
Yeah, and Mewtwo being relatively bulky for being how powerful it is. 90 in both defenses, and Mewtwo just has the best stats in the entire game, so... Nate collecting his Boulder Badge.
That does put him at 7, which means that he can now head towards... He can now do the card key section, now that he has card key, and he can also just head towards Blackthorn through Ice Path as well.
Yeah, he has his options. He can do either Rocket section or Ice Path, and... Alright.
Meanwhile, Shadax going to go take on Price and that guardhouse item as well.
Yep. Let's see if the price is right.
Okay, Nate avoiding Rocket Hideout for now.
I mean, he's got a lot of dense checks to check here, so I don't blame him. You can always just fly back to these locations if need be.
I think I marked Clearbell on the wrong side. Wasn't that in Rocket Hideout?
It was in Rocket Hideout, so you did.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's okay. I accept your apology.
Thank you. Yeah, so Shadax is the one with the Clearbell rather than Nate. But yeah, so we don't know technically yet if Rocket Hideout is technically required. Pass might be the only Kanto access, and Clearbell might be required, but who knows?
There's Thunder for perfect coverage. And there's Cuts! Ooh, okay. Well,
Tracker.
we're definitely gonna want Cuts. Makes accessing West Kanto so much easier.
Looks like the tracker's not updating, which is concerning.
That is concerning. There might be a... I do know there could be a delay, but... Alright, oh, it updated now.
Perfect. Not like last time. Last time the tracker wasn't working, the entire stream crashed. But yeah, with Cut, Clearbell, and Pass being tied to Rocket Hideout, it's almost certain that at least one of, if not all of those, is going to be required.
Ooh, out of all the items to get for Mr. Egg, that's probably a good one. 5 elixirs on Shadax's side. And the basement key for Nate in Ice Path, so that would make Radio Tower very enticing.
Yeah, definitely a lot more likely to do that now. We do also technically can do the first 2 items in Dragon's Den if we do Claire after that. So we do have Surf and Strength.
Absolutely. There's just so many things for our runners to do right now. The world's just opening up.
Yeah. Well, not as much for Nate until he at least does Rocket Hideout first to get the Kanto access.
I mean, true, but
But
what?
still, yeah, there is still a
Almost all
decent
of
amount.
yeah, almost all of Johto is available to Nate though, so there's still plenty for him to decide on what to do.
Yeah, the runners can have, you can catch as many Pokemon as you like. There's no rule against that, but the name of the game is going fast, and generally it is fastest to use one Pokemon, give it all the experience, make it really strong, and just sweep through everything with it. You'll usually keep a couple for HM purposes and for revival purposes, but you really don't need more than 3 if you don't.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So Nate saw the rare candy, was about to drive away, came back, and fell over the cliff. So gonna take a little bit of time lost, get that rare candy.
Meanwhile, Shadax also getting a rare candy, but in Kanto. But yeah, once again, you're never required to do anything in the dark like this, but Nate choosing to go out of logic. Going out of logic has already paid off. We did see both of our runners get fly in Dark Cave.
Yeah, Nate
Shadax picking up the Silver Wing, so it might be a possible 60 check later on.
I mean, if it's another Kingdra, absolutely.
I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I think Shadax skipped the dojo item. Unless they turned around for it at some point.
You know what? I'm on it. I'm gonna check the VOD.
But at least the first time they biked, I think they just biked past it. Maybe they're planning on going back for it. Okay, they are doing the Silphco item now, so... Being the red scale. Hope I didn't miss anything on Nate's side during that. Nate heading straight to Radio Tower, looks like. Makes sense with the basement key. Yeah, he may have just done it at a different time than I'm used to, but...
I'll let you know I'm watching the VOD right now.
Cool. Shadax buying some max repels in... Lavender. Yeah, once you get to Ekritique, you've got that choice of going right or left. Nate going left first, got strength access, and then led him straight to Ice Path, card key, basement key, and Shadax instead choosing to do Rocket Hideout, got the pass, and is now in Kanto. So now they're doing some very, very different checks right now, both of which could lead to different items.
So I've got
Garf says that it does look like he skipped Dojo.
Not only did he skip Dojo, he skipped or Silphco.
He went back for Silphco.
Oh, he went back for Silphco. Then he Dojo
did.
Skipped.
Yeah, he didn't go back for Silphco, but when he went back for that, he did not go back for Dojo, as far as I can tell. There's Whirlpool in Rock Tunnel on Shadax's side. Yeah. Hopefully Dojo Skip does not cause problems today. It's just one really easy to get item that for some reason has a history of being skipped occasionally, accidentally.
Shadax finding the Thunder Badge in the darkness.
Yeah.
We just hope for our runner's sake that Dojo Skip doesn't won't matter this time.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That's never a good thing to see if somebody lose a race just because they've forgotten an item.
I've been there, it feels bad.
Yeah. The goal of this is to beat Red, ultimately, and in order to do that, you need to collect all 16 badges, and then you need to go to Professor Oak in Pallet Town, so you'll need all 3 parts of the Pokegear and the 2 cards, as well as some way of actually getting into Kanto and West Kanto. And then once you talk to Professor Oak with those 16 badges, he will open up the way towards Mount Silver.
Yep.
Yeah, E4 tends not to be done. It's really, really slow, and it only unlocks 2 items behind it. But if one of those two items happens to be a badge or something that leads to a badge, then sometimes you will see E4.
Yep. The manager giving us a mean look as we give it back his machine part.
Maybe he thinks we stole it.
Yeah, just... These pesky teenagers, I swear, taking machines and machine parts.
But yeah, the Mewtwo having no problem getting through all of these fights in Radio Tower.
Yeah. Alright. Text went by so fast, it's something. I don't know what that item he didn't pick up is, but not a big deal. Not important. 5, Baton Pass.
I have to imagine we're probably gonna see False Director. It'd be really easy. Oh, another
Nate.
rare candy. No, don't toss the Max Revive. Okay, good.
That's the one item you probably want to keep. Alright.
All right, we are gonna see False Director. 6 Pokemon fight, 1 item. Shadax heading to straight through Celadon. Gonna head down to Fuchsia. Probably fight Janine.
Yep.
Mewtwo trying to learn Shadow Ball.
You know what? That's not a bad move to teach, but I think the moveset's pretty good as is, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Mewtwo obviously is a special attacker, but despite that, it's just so good that it has better physical attack than a lot of physical mains.
Yeah, it's... 110 attack is just really solid.
Yeah. So you can actually sometimes do the E4 without having 8 badges. There's that gate that lets you up to Victory Road. You need any 8 badges to go from the bottom, but if you happen to have all 3 parts of the Pokegear and the ability to cut, then you can actually enter from Viridian and just bypass the badge check guy. So sometimes you can see E4 without having 8 badges, although that's pretty rare.
That's a pretty niche scenario. Yeah, pretty rare for sure. Nate checking the move tutor for the first time. Not interested.
Yep, Nate gonna head to the basement. Makes complete sense here. While Shadax is doing Janine. Janine gives 2 badges. Ooh, freezing the Crobat. Nice. But yeah, both of these special mains have Earthquake on there as just the one physical move. It's you never want to just, you know, run into a Blissey and just have to 5-shot it despite having an amazing special move set. So Earthquake's always nice to have.
Yep, you almost always want to have a physical move for that reason alone.
Yeah, if you can afford it.
Yep.
Nothing on Janine.
Nope. But we had the fly points, and seeing as we have one piece of cut, it's it was a good check.
Yup.
Shadax
Back to Violet.
Probably for the red scale that we got in Silph.
Oh yeah, I think it's. I do believe it's faster to do that from Cherry Grove. Oh,
Ooh.
Heading back into Dark Cave. Didn't we do this all already?
We did, because that's how we got fly. And we didn't repel.
Not too sure what Shadax is doing here, honestly. I suppose we'll see. There's Waterfall in the basement for Nate.
Oh, we skipped the 46 item.
Oh. I see.
Okay, well...
That makes sense then, might be.
Yeah, just don't want to do that isolated check. Maybe it's, if it was plain badge, that...
Yeah, you can try and wait until you get strength and do that from the Blackthorn side, but if that is plain badge, we know it's not, but if it had been, that would have been very, very bad to have skipped.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're gonna see that red scale turn in. I don't believe there was anything in basement?
Red scale for high badge. We have cut now.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh, there was waterfall in basement, right. And the Mewtwo
Our-
is being nicknamed.
all right. We have Frieza.
Yeah, so there was waterfall in basement, which may be required.
Yep.
There's a decent number of items behind waterfall, especially in mortar.
So as you mentioned earlier, yeah, our runners have taken very divergent paths, and this is just from going left and right from Ekritique.
Yeah. We've got some very different looking trackers right now.
A lot of variance.
A lot of walking in the dark here for now Nate's side.
Yeah, Nate is showcasing that he knows these dark areas fairly well.
Yep, it may sound like just a lot of random bonking, but he probably knows what he's doing. Unless he got stuck somewhere. You can... Yeah, it looks like he actually might be stuck right now.
Yeah.
You might have to just escape rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just escape rope reset. I'm not sure why he was in there in the first place, honestly.
I think what was happening is he's trying to get that rare candy because he knows it's there, and then I don't think he's checked the Black Glasses guy yet. And
Oh, maybe.
so but we know nothing's going to be there without, or nothing's required without Flash, so he'll just get Flash. Wherever,
At some point,
maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, Flash could be, like, on E4 or something. Oh, no, it can't be, because we have to know, we know it has to be in Fly Logic. Right, I forgot that part. I said this earlier.
Yep. So with that narrowed down location of Flash, might just do Waterstone Chamber, and
Yeah, Flash has to be somewhat reasonable. I think the worst place Flash could be right now would probably be Route 25. We know the pass isn't... Oh, or right there. Okay, never mind.
all right. I wonder where Flash is. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, who knows? The world may never know. Maybe we'll never pick it up. But yeah, having Flash, that does open up the Flash Chamber. That's 4 items. Shadax still doesn't have the plane badge that was in Olivine. Still hasn't been there. Gonna grab the leftovers. Always just a nice item to have. Kingdra probably doesn't need it, but...
It's
Not
not
gonna hurt.
bad to have, especially if we might be a little bit behind on levels if we start getting a lot of
Yeah.
items back to back.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. If you do follow the fly logic for this seed, it's pretty bad. Because you're expected to get the Hive badge, which was...
The high badge is red scale.
Yeah, the Hive badge was red scale. Red scale was... No, not in basement.
I
don't
think that was
remember
Rocket
anything
Hideout?
was.
That was Rocket Hideout, if I recall correctly. Oh, Sylph.
Oh,
It was
red
Sylph.
scale was just in Sylph. So yeah, the pass was in Rocket Hideout. So
The
yeah,
pass-
you do Rocket Hideout, get the pass, go to Sylph, get the red scale, go all the way back to get the Hive badge, go back to Kanto to get Flash, go back to Johto, and do Dark Cave. Wow.
Okay, so like I was saying, if we get a lot of items back to back, that's Earth, Volcano, and Soul. This is a legendary chamber.
That's pretty close to the 4 key item chamber that we've seen earlier in this tournament.
Yeah, and we know where Thunder and Hive is, so we're what? 5 items or 6 items from no mode?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
big.
Nate, finally going into Rocket Hideout now. And so he will soon be getting the pass and being able to go into Kanto. Meanwhile, Shadax is doing Erica, surprisingly. Really, what Shadax needs to do is just head to Olivine and
Yeah,
get that plane badge to unlock a bunch of stuff.
I think Shadax is putting off doing the lighthouse, which is where the card key was, if I recall correctly. And like
Yeah,
I would do
hoping
the
for Secret Potion.
hoping for Secret Potion to be efficient, but by doing this difficult fight, you might lose time with how long. Yeah, because we're gonna have what 2 or 3 shots at a lot of these Pokemon with a 35 Kingdra.
Yeah. But of course, if you get something required here, then it all pays off, so
Absolutely.
who knows?
Saving before Erica, that's not a bad call. Nate is gonna do the hideout, which with the Mewtwo at 46, he'll probably just blitz through, so that's gonna give him a bunch of...
Nothing will cause problems here.
No.
This Dugong with Destiny Bond should just get one shot. Okay,
Oh.
assuming you don't use 4x resisted Ice Beam. That's
gonna
like
use
the one move.
I mean, ran out of Earthquake, but we're gonna get a heal from Lance real quick.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, it probably would have died to Surf. Might have been a range. You had to use the 4x resisted one. Ooh, Shadax wiping to Erica there, it looks like.
Yeah. Going to Fuchsia. Like I said, Shadax has the fly point and can check that cut check real quick. Tries to use Repel, and 3 steps away, it's like, oh, Repel wore off. As is tradition.
Happens less often with the auto-renew Repel, but still definitely happens.
Yeah, it's just for when you forget. It's like, did I Repel? It's been a couple of 100 steps.
Alright, flying back to Violet. Probably gonna see the Flash Chamber here, I have to imagine.
Oh, absolutely. It's 4 quick checks.
Will it be as stacked as the Waterstone Chamber? Unlikely, but hey. It'd be really funny if it was.
Yep, Chad is making a point that, we're at 106 and we're this close to go mode, or at least no mode, that, we could have a threat to your record time.
Yeah. Always possible. Take a lot really quick, though. Okay, looks like the Flash Chamber is not as legendary as the Waterstone Chamber today.
Yeah, I mean, Flash Lock Fly, that's enough.
Yep.
Shadax debating what to do next. I think... Oh, might be doing the Ice Pad? Or the items over here?
Yeah, looks like it. There's the Clear Bell on Nate's side. Yeah, Shadax really just being punished by not having gone to Olivine yet. You really just need to go at least do those 2 easy items, even if you don't get the card key. You really want that strength access.
Yeah.
And you're going to be losing a decent amount of time with backtracking here later once you do get it.
There's
the other Roamer!
Alright, with Stab Sludge Bomb! Poisoning the Kingdra. Oh, that feels bad.
So
but that's...
Wow, so we've seen both roamers in this race. We know that chat was, in fact, correct. Unfortunately for him, not the Mewtwo, sadly.
Yep. Wow, a roamer, that's really lucky. And then gets poisoned. Oh, that's...
Nate did pick up the pass.
Yeah, I think Garf gets a medal for getting all those correct first try.
Yeah. Well, I guess we technically haven't seen the Suicune yet, but I think
what?
that
You're
one
right.
was pretty obvious.
Yeah, the Kingler.
The roamers are, once you do Burnt Tower, the Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. The Suicune just ends up in Tin Tower, but the Entei and the Raikou just are level 40s that just, move from route to route every time you do a route transition. They're randomized. One of them was a level 40 Mewtwo that Nate got, and the other one was a Quillfish, which Shadax just encountered.
Yeah, so Shadax, basically, the only thing that he could see, because he had Repel up, was that roamer. And the fact that it was there was...
Yeah. He's the perfect point where he's high enough level to repel everything else. Yeah, Shadax is just really committed to not going to Olivine for whatever reason. Doing everything else that's possible before that.
Yeah.
Even gonna do Surge here. I'm really not sure why, because you want the Olivine fly point eventually anyways. We'll definitely have to ask about
if he
that
finds...
later.
Yeah, for sure. If he finds the SS tickets, it's like, sweet, you can take the boat there and skip that fight, like I said, but You got 36 Kingdra. That's one Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, Nate definitely has the better main. Obviously, Mewtwo's just better than, like, everything else. Even though Kingdra is so good. But yeah, I think it was pretty even until Shadax started doing these difficult fights. Like, Shadax and Nate were doing different things, but both of them being required. Both of them, you know, clearly being required. But now Shadax is avoiding Olivine too much, while Nate is going to very quickly start catching up on everything that Shadax has over him.
Yep. I couldn't say it better myself. Yeah, the difference in routing is definitely going to take its toll. Nate, gonna do Price, gonna get his cut after he wins this fight.
Yep. And then probably just gonna head straight to Kanto after. Not much else to do. Oh, was that what that was? He ran out of escape ropes? I see. I was wondering why he exited manually. That makes sense, though. Oh, let's start with Thunderbolt. Actually, kind of scary.
We can't do 10 without the Rainbow Wing.
Yeah, we do not have the Rainbow Wing. That is true. He did use escape rope multiple times.
Somewhere, I think Shadax has it, but I know we did see a Dig TM recently. Where was that?
That might have been in Kanto.
Yeah, that might be. Oh, I remember where. That was the second cut check. The Surf cut check on 50.
Ah, yes. Yep. Oh, it was expansion card guy.
You know what? I was in the right neighborhood of time frame.
Yeah. Alright, Shadax going back to Erica.
Erica round 2.
Again, it's really does not want to go to Olivine for some reason. But again, all it takes is one item here, and it pays off, because Nate probably isn't doing something like this for a decent amount of time, unless there's no more unlocks anywhere else.
True, but yeah, basically the logic we need for Shadax to do is get the flame badge so you can do the Waterstone Chamber behind Strength, and then there's 3 badges right there, and then it's back to being pretty even.
Yeah, and then you can also head all the way to Blackthorn and grab that the basement key through the Ice Path and the card key in Lighthouse as well, once you do that too.
On that note, new check, what is the dojo?
Yeah, is this going to cause problems? Just a Master Guy.
It's nice to have.
Yes, but... Did Nate also dojo skip in his first race?
He did. It didn't matter then, but I think he's
Battle of the dojo skippers.
And a coin case. And the Rising badge on Erica.
So Erica is required, so this could be an advantage for Shadax.
Yeah, no, it depends on how long Nate puts off Erica. Because he's going to need to turn in that red skill before he gets the Hive badge, so Cut's going to be a little bit delayed.
There's the Glacier badge on the Rising badge check.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what, we're 4 items from no mode?
That's a lot of items behind Erica, because that's all... Now you finally have a reason to go to Olivine, being Whirl Islands.
Yep,
so it looks like that's what it takes to convince Shadax to finally go to Olivine.
Yep, we're gonna have... yeah, you got Flash, you got Whirlpool, that's a Whirl Islands check any day, and this could be a Blitz seed if everything is behind there.
Right.
Now, mind you, we haven't done Radio Tower on Shadax's side, so...
Yeah, because we don't have the card key.
Yeah, but with that in mind, if Claire is required, it might be still in Nate's favor here.
Yeah. Well, also... Oh, what move? Oh, learning Flamethrower, the Kingdra is. Wow.
Oh, that's a Thunder Badge for Nate.
Yeah, the other important thing here is that Nate has Waterfall from the basement, So if the waterfall section ends up being required in Mortar or the way towards Victory Road, that will be interesting.
Yeah. Nate doing more dark movement. I think it's up to the left here. There we go.
Shadax finally gets the plane badge.
Now, Shadax has Whirlpool strength. He's got a lot of checks to do, so it might be some time before he finds everything he needs.
Yeah. It's definitely Whirl Islands right now, and then you see what Whirl gives you. Maybe it gives you like the Rainbow Wing, and then that tells you what to do next, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. But
okay, Shadax decides to just go do Lighthouse before doing Whirl.
okay.
Not a bad idea. You can just combo doing Whirl with doing Cyanwood.
Yep. Which we actually haven't seen Cyanwood yet.
Yeah. But yeah, this is good on Shadax's side, because this will give him the card key, and then once he does Ice Path, he'll get the basement key, and that'll lead him toward Waterfall if that ends up being needed.
Oh, Nate nicknaming naming the rival Shadax.
Always nice.
I believe, and very nice. Yeah, and I believe Shadax named his rival Hope, which I can appreciate. Yeah, he doesn't have HM07, but that is just in the...
Looks like Nate is going to get the Hive badge now.
And that getting the Hive badge which will allow him to get Flash right away if he does that check.
But yeah, honestly, I'd put the lead in Shadax's hands here until Nate does Erica.
I agree. It depends if Shadax does the checks that Nate has.
He is still all of Radio Tower. Well, again, we don't know if Waterfall is technically required. It might be that Radio Tower and all of that isn't needed, but...
Yeah, Waterfall could be a bait. There's a lost item for Shadax. Yeah, I feel like Nate is ahead progression-wise in number of fights completed. So if those were required, Nate has the lead. But Shadax definitely is much closer to go mode.
The more levels you have, the easier fights are, so the more time you save in general. So I mean, the Mewtwo is a better Pokemon and is also higher level, means that the more fights are required, the better Nate is gonna do, because the Mewtwo will just one shot.
Yeah, like if we have a Dab Dragon move or just a Dragon move on the on Red's main, it might be one-shotting, and there's the card key. Might be one-shotting that Kingdra, where the Mewtwo might survive a hit or two.
Alright, and now we get to go see Whirl Islands.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely things on either side. Mega Horn from a good physical mon could also one-shot the Mewtwo. It's more of a... They do have a sleep TM, though, so... They're both fast enough that they should be able to just get a sleep move off. So it's really just a matter of the other fights. Like Erica, for example. The Mewtwo will most likely go through Erica much faster than the Kingdra did.
Yep. And there's the
did
TM.
Shadax sell the sleep TM? That's not a good call.
Yeah, well, money is important in this game to get your repels, to get your hyper potions. Any sleep move, no matter the accuracy, is very good to have for Red, as it makes the fight, honestly, 10 times easier.
Yeah.
And there's Flash for Nate.
With an X accuracy, you always hit, and you can't get crit if the opponent can't use moves. Yes, unless Red has Sleep Talk or Snore or something. That's very rare, but is always very troll when that happens. Usually in that case, you could just try and defeat the first Pokemon and hope the second one doesn't have it.
And then the other scenario is, we've seen it actually once in this tourney, is having Safeguard.
Yes, that has happened. Alright, Nate, armed with Flash, is finally going to take revenge on Dark Cave. Not gonna be bested by Dark Cave today.
Not today.
But yeah, somebody asking why there were rivals on the water. Normally when you enter Olivine, as you pass the Olivine gym, your rival pops out and talks to you. You can get the fly point before that, and if you fly past that and never trigger it, then the rivals will... The sprite will just be there spinning on the water instead of spinner trainers.
Yep. Rainbow Wing for Nate and Secret Potion for Shadax. And the Mineral Badge! Ooh, okay, we are one Cascade Badge away from knowing all the badges.
That is true, yeah. We do still need the Pokegear and expansion card, though.
Yep.
But yeah, the Rainbow Wing there, Nate finally gets it. Now we can finally go do Tin. He's been... Yeah, I know a lot of people, after if you have some sort of struggle like that, you might just get fed up with those items and just be like, I'm just gonna skip this item, it's not gonna be required. And just, you know... But Nate was persistent, waited until he got Flash, went back for that.
Zap Cannon, so... After we finished running the Electabuzz, we found two not accurate Thunder moves, but very powerful Thunder moves. Now, those are options to teach the Mewtwo if we're using an X accuracy for the red fight.
Yeah. Yeah, Shadax with that Secret Potion, going to go turn that in, probably fight Jasmine right after. But yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing Ice Path soon. We'll get that basement key. Probably going to do that and then get Waterfall. We'll see the Waterfall section. But yeah, finding the Rainbow Wing here, if it's required, good for Nate, but it's just more time of him not being led towards Erica.
Yep, Erica... Yeah, because... Okay, so Erica has the Rising Badge, which gives the Glacier Badge, which has the Mineral Badge. So...
Yeah. Big combo there.
That's a big combo, and this definitely puts Shadax in a powerful position.
Missed marking high for Nate. Thank you for calling that out.
Yeah. Darn tracker.
I'm doing my best, man.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you. Now... Here's the other...
Cascade or either part could be of the Pokegear could be behind Waterfall, which would be even more stuff behind Erica.
Yep. Now, the thing with that is, if there's nothing behind Waterfall, Nate getting the Rising Badge may put off checking the one check at Elm over doing the entire Waterfall section. Oh, there's the Mewtwo.
The Quillfish and the Kingler.
Alright,
Yep.
Garf gets a cookie. He got all the answers correct.
Alright, and Shadax heading towards Ice Path.
Probably the right call.
Probably gonna get the Rainbow Wing as well. Having Clearbell, Rainbow Wing, and Basement Key, that really makes you just want to do the card key section of Radio Tower, so I would be very surprised if we don't see Shadax do that soon.
Yep. I'm a little bit surprised that... Actually, no, it does... I was going to say, I'm a little bit surprised we haven't checked the Waterstone Chamber, but if you put it off until the Rainbow Wing, then that makes sense.
Can do all that at once. But also, there's just, you know, Ice Path is a lot more checks behind Strength than Waterstone Chamber is, so it's not too surprising.
Yeah, no, that's true, too.
Do the stuff with more items first.
There's the Basement Key.
Nate save resetting that one item so you don't have to bike all the way back around.
Yep. But seeing as he couldn't pick up the XFN, that tells me that he doesn't... He might need to do some X item shopping later. And when he was in Goldenrod before, I probably would have done my X items shopping there.
Yeah,
he had like 40,000.
He might just not care about having X defense. I don't know if he has his X specials and whatnot.
I think he's only picked up the this will left you on the ground as he went.
Okay. Yeah, that'll have to be done at some point then, for sure.
Yep.
Shadax gonna stock up on max repels, most likely here.
Yeah, 21. Yeah,
Yep.
that should be enough for a bit.
Yeah.
Might be for the rest of the game at this point. Ooh, what is that? Ah, the legendary Pidgeotto.
That is true. Mewtwo might be able to get through without very many X items, but honestly, with that Sleep TM, you just want to at least have an X-Sack as well. It'll make it faster. Like, the Mewtwo will probably be fine, but it's all about speed. Putting it to sleep and setting up to 6 and then one-shotting everything, regardless of possibility, will definitely be much faster. But yeah, there's the Rainbow Wing for Shadax. Meanwhile, Nate heading to the Ho-Oh room.
You know what? I actually don't mind that save there. You lose the experience on this fight, but if this chamber is nothing in the Ho-Oh chamber, then you can just reset and just go down to the... Actually, wait, he's already done the
It's already done the Waterstone Chamber, yeah. Shadax unfortunately hitting an optional.
If Shadax does that save, I like it. I don't know if this save is required.
Yeah, I don't know what really this does for Nate.
If he didn't do the Waterstone Chamber, that'd be a good save.
Yeah.
And there's the ticket.
SS ticket. Could be what it blocks one item, so.
If that's the Cascade badge.
Or either part of the Pokegear. Can't forget about those two.
Yeah, I forget about the cell phone.
And yeah, Shadax heading to Ekritique. They done Morty? Oh, it looks like they might be doing... Or no, they're doing the strength item here, I have to imagine. But yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Did they do Morty? I forget.
I don't believe so.
Because you might be able to just head straight into Tin Tower.
I'm gonna take back my, this... So that save would have been good, because you would have been able to, go to the Flash Chamber. Like, reset away and go to the Flash Chamber.
Yeah. You could. I think it's probably not that much slower to just fly to Violet, though. It's probably around the same.
Yeah.
Okay, Shadax in Goldenrod checking the plane badge check and probably going to, yeah, Radio Tower.
Radio Tower, here we come. Nate's gonna make room for his X items. Selling his max repels.
I mean, if you've got a bunch of super repels, that's fine.
Oh yeah, you only have the one max repel, so that's fine.
But yeah, Nate is in Celadon, so if he does choose to just do Erica immediately after this, that'll be great for him.
Absolutely.
Checking those TMs, nothing too amazing.
No, nothing exciting.
Yeah, let's see. Is this just going down Cycling Road towards Fuchsia, or is this Erica?
21 revives. All right, we are not gonna be worried about dying anytime soon. And 2 full heals. Yeah, this is Janine and Fuchsia. We got the cut check down there.
Yep. No Erica yet.
But we have no life points, so...
So far, it seems like Shadax avoiding Olive for so long is actually paying off a little bit.
Yep, we'll see what happens here, because we know... Yeah, so Shadax is 6 items from Go Mode, but 3 of them are huddled within, like, 5 spots from each other. 4.
All 3 of them were in the Waterstone Chamber.
Yeah, no, like, they're all huddled together. One big pile of badges.
But yeah, we're gonna see a lot of stuff from Shadax soon. We're gonna see the basement right after this, most likely, into Tin Tower that will have Waterfall at that point. We'll probably see the Waterfall section in Mortar. We might see all the way up towards Victory Road. We'll probably see the Ho-Oh Chamber and Waterstone Chamber. Some of this has been done, but this is really efficient routing here on Shadax's part. Lucky that he's able to do all of this at the same time, but also correct to delay some of these things.
Absolutely. Mind you, Nate, when he's done with this fight, he's running low on checks for what is his progression.
Yeah.
So, while Shadax will inevitably go to the right path, and he's on the correct path, and he's going to get all his items, with those 3 items missing, I think Nate still has the progression lead, assuming he picks Erica. Because there's frankly just not enough stuff to distract Nate at this point.
Yeah. It all comes down to what does he choose to do before doing Erica? If he chooses to do like Nugget Bridge or something, that puts him significantly farther behind. Unless that is also required.
Yeah, we don't know if that's not required yet.
Oh, is flying to Celadon.
Oh, this could be big.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, is it just for leftovers? No, that's an Erica play, right? Okay. Alright, well there's your answer. That's gonna be your Rising Badge if Frieza here gets through this, but that should be pretty easy.
That makes this race really, really close.
Yeah. I agree.
Rocket's finished.
Yep. Gonna check the false director, which is nothing this time around.
Robot Snow and Bear defeated.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, kudos to the name generator. Like, we have a list of alternate names. All the trainers are different runners in the tournament. Speaking of runners in the tournament, make sure you give our runners a follow. They are both exceptional Pokemon speedrunners here.
Command not working.
Command's not working. Alright, well, their Twitch name is Shadax and BadNewsNate. Unfortunate that the command's not working, but show them some love. They both have put on a great show for us today.
There are the links.
There we go. Shadax won. My apologies.
But yeah, Shadax heading into the basement while Nate is gonna get the Rising Badge in just a moment here.
Yep. And then it'll come down to what does Nate check? The Rising Badge check will be one thing to for sure for an easy, quick one, but might do Waterfall first.
Which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and if that could have all remaining... no, this could be the Glacier Badge. Alright. I'm going to put the edge back in Nate's favor. Before Shadax had it, but now that we've checked that...
Yeah, it's really close.
Oh, it's absolutely close. Like, one right pick or wrong pick of decision could decide this.
It really does, I think, depend on what is in this waterfall chamber, because if like what we need is in here, like maybe both parts of the Pokegear or something, then it's definitely in Nate's favor. But Shadax has done more Kanto gym leaders and stuff than Nate has. Nate got it pretty quickly, so if it does end up being something like Nugget Bridge, then Nate might be distracted by doing Surge and the like instead.
No, I agree with you that...
But yeah, they're both basically just catching up on things that the other has done. Nate's just a little bit farther ahead in that catch-up.
Yep, there's Waterfall for Shadax.
Yeah, I believe both runners have done everything locked behind Rock Smash, so that's not needed anymore. Completely fine that he taught over that.
Yeah, even the convenient to get item in Ice Path has been checked, so Rock Smash is no longer required. Unless he wants to main switch to a 15.
Yeah, we are seeing these waterfall items. Let's see if we've got anything in here.
Alright, Shadax using this time in the basement to do his X item shopping.
Yeah, it's always a convenient thing after you talk to the real director in the basement. He opens up that little door in the basement of the mart.
Yep. Alright, Shadax. Ooh, looks like this is a soft sand girl play. We have not seen this check.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
This is the time to do it.
Well, we do still need to see Tin Tower from Shadax's side, and well, I guess it's not required, but almost certainly gonna do it before doing the Waterstone Chamber.
Yeah.
Just one more item in the waterfall section here. Nothing so far.
Expansion card.
As I say that.
Alright. So, basement required for the waterfall to get expansion card.
Yep. So
now,
that leaves us missing the Pokegear and the Cascade Badge. We don't know where those two items are. We know where everything else is.
Yep.
Yeah, Nate going ahead and over to World Islands. Gonna grab that mineral badge down there, and we'll see what's next after that. Maybe it'll be a clear Cyanwood time after that. Chuck might have what we're looking for.
Ooh, that was some clean movement around that spinner in the water. A lot of people miss him because the route transition covers that trainer, so you have very little reaction time if you aren't prepared for him. And that trainer is one of the worst spinners to hit with 6 Pokemon.
Yeah. Just a Thundershock TM from the Soft Sand Girls.
Alright, we've seen almost every Thunder move as a TM except for Thunderbolt. And Spark, I guess.
And Thunder Punch? I don't think we saw.
Okay, alright. We've seen 4 of them. We've seen half of them. You know what? That's alright, I just need all those to show up right now.
Nate just doing that first section. There's the 2 paths there in Whirl Islands. The top one leads to exactly 1 item. The second one leads to the rest. A lot of runners will do that top item, especially. It's really simple movement. You tend to just skip the flash on that first item and only flash for the second part.
Yeah, a lot of people know that movement for checking the Lugia or Lugia's room from bingos.
Yeah.
And it's definitely one of the easiest movements you can do in a dark cave.
Yep, just a couple bonkin' turns. No, like, counting steps or anything like some of the other places.
Alright.
There's the mineral badge on Nate's side.
Yep.
Yeah, Nate, leaving there, so that's setting his escape rope point to there. Most likely means he's gonna at least enter Cyanwood after this.
Yep. Not necessarily gonna do it, but at this point in the race, besides Claire, I think that's the second most dense check.
We haven't seen Victory Road from either of them, so I think that's probably the biggest area, other than Claire, like you said.
Yeah, okay. Victory Road would be a good check as well, you're right. But,
yeah, neither of them, they've both been missing half of Waterfall for a very long time. They both got it fairly recently.
Although Nate flying to Cyanwood could be just for the pharmacy, but
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Chuck here. It's 3 more items.
Yeah, 3 items, a couple quick fights. Yeah, here comes the Chuck. This is all new. Yeah, there was nothing behind the Tin Tower. Or where was S's ticket? Was that in Tin?
Might have been. I don't recall, actually.
Ah.
It was in the
Ho-Oh
Ho-Oh
chamber.
chamber. Right,
Okay.
right.
So technically, Tin Tower, it might be required. We don't know yet.
Yep, just that one item on the boat that not necessarily something you want to do too early.
That would be the most obnoxious thing. That's being Pokegear.
Yeah,
And
Cascade in West Kanto.
yep. But if that's what it is, it could be a very quick go mode as soon as you do that. Yeah, aside from that,
Yeah, Nate's got a bit of a lead here. Just, you know, a little bit of extra time doing some checks, but once Shadax will probably be caught up soon. Just needs to do the waterfall section of Mordor for the expansion card and the two chambers for all 3 badges that he's missing compared to Nate. So it's just how much can Nate use this extra time he's got to hopefully find those last couple items. E4 could still have either of the items that we're missing. Pokegear could be on E4, or Cascade Badge could be on E4.
Could be both.
So, yeah, could be both. Not necessarily likely, but always possible. Nothing on Chuck.
Nothing on Chuck. Cerulean. Oh, are we going to see a Route 25?
Maybe. Definitely gonna at least check the item in the gym.
Yep.
We'll see what he does after that.
Shadax is gonna get a very pleasant surprise very soon.
Yep. Also, honestly, if you're erasing and you're in that position where you suddenly go from 12 badges to 15 in the span of 10 seconds, you start to get nervous. You're like, okay, maybe my opponent's like on red right now.
Yeah, especially since it's Waterstone Chamber. It's been available for over an hour.
Yeah. You know, it's unlikely your opponent delayed Olivine for as long as Shadax did.
Chat makes a good point. Nate is probably gonna lose his mind if E4 is required. Nate has a bad habit of having E4 required seeds.
Unfortunately,
it's just a curse.
Yeah, so far, 14.52% of the seeds in the tournament have had E4 required, which is honestly higher than you might expect for a place with just 2 items.
Yeah.
There's the SS ticket in the Ho-Oh chamber. And about to check the badge chamber.
The disappointing chamber. Or the bad... Oh, yeah, no.
Not the
badge
bad. The badge. The one with all the badges.
Yep. Earth badge. Volcano badge. Marsh badge. Sorry, soul badge.
It's actually extreme, not crazy, Garf. But yeah, and just like that, we've got Shadax. Looks like they're heading to the waterfall section, so gonna be fully caught up with Nate on items really soon here.
Yeah. So I actually don't mind this play with the doing Route 25. One, you want levels for the Mewtwo. And it's a Mewtwo, so you're going to get through these fights super fast compared to your opponent.
And it's ultimately 3 items as well, so...
It's 3 items, so it's not the worst check. Like, it's not like doing Sabrina for 1. if it is required, then you probably gain a lot of time on your opponent, who would arguably take longer.
Yep,
Right.
let's see. Not the
Nope.
fabulous prize. Didn't actually need to reset there. It's just an instinctive reset, but his bag was full, so that fight wouldn't have actually triggered.
Yeah, he had a frame to react to that, to not hit reset.
Yeah, we'll see if it's Misty. I think Claire is really the better option here, and I that's what I'd want to see from either runner next once they're done with their respective current checks.
Yeah,
Claire
would,
with Whirlpool access, it's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's five items right there, and I agree. Claire would be the ideal check here.
Yeah, we still never did Victory Road. I mentioned
haven't
that
done
earlier,
Victory-
but I forgot they still haven't done it. Yeah, no, that's what you would want to do first, almost certainly. I'm very surprised that Nate especially hasn't done that.
I think Victory Road is being put off for the sake of you're 2 parts of the radio piece away from having a more convenient way there.
True, but you can also just grab the you're eventually going to want to do that Whirlpool item, Solar Beam TM anyways, and that you may as well just go that way now.
And Hypnosis, which is
Another sleep move, but
another sleep move, yeah.
Route 25 not required at all.
Yeah, so that's just unfortunate time waste. And there's the expansion card for Shadax. So
Just
now,
like that, it's pretty even here.
Yep. A couple more checks checked by Nate, but some of these gym fights Shadax has already completed, so it could swing either way.
Yep, Shadax doing these items in the strength section, having gotten Plain Badge so late, never actually got around to doing this. But yeah, the real question is, what do these two do next? Shadax heading over to do Chuck, and Nate is going to be doing Surge.
Alright, both checks we've seen, both not required, but just gotta keep doing something.
Yeah. Yeah, again, Claire, and I think we've seen, actually, have we seen everything in Kanto now? Everything that's available, at least?
SS Ticket, arguably.
Oh, right, yeah, SS Ticket might be the only thing, because I think we've seen Sabrina. What does Nate have left after this? I think Nate just has Sabrina left after this in Kanto. Nate might have, I don't know if Nate's done Kimonos.
Kimonos are still available for Nate.
Yeah, I think Shadax did it, but Nate hasn't. But yeah, Nate really just needs to, like, I think Nate just has this, Sabrina, Kimonos, and then... Oh yeah, Nate probably has Soft Sand availables, and then, like we said, Victory Road and Claire.
There is the Secret Potion Nate hasn't checked, so...
That is true, Nate has not fought Jasmine.
Yeah, so...
Meanwhile, Shadax, I believe, fought Sabrina and Surge already.
And the Soft Sand, so
And the Soft Sand, yeah.
Has done a couple of fights already.
Okay, looks like Nate is heading to Blackthorn.
Alright.
So it's gonna be a Claire. We're gonna see the 5 items in Dragon's Den after this. If it's here, this is a great play. But again, it's really checking the items in Victory Road. It's a similar, if it's more checks on the way to and in Victory Road with significantly less fighting. So I really would like to see that first, but
yeah. While it's more checks, I will rationalize that. I think getting the roamer, you're trying to use the extra levels you got from getting the Mewtwo when you did. If this is required, it gives Nate that extra edge. Where it would be more efficient to check those items, using your advantage against your opponent.
Yeah,
might be more worthwhile.
It's definitely not a bad play.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still the second most dense of checks. Is Shadax? What is Shadax doing here? Is he?
Maybe we didn't see Sabrina. Maybe or no, lost item turn.
Lost item.
Yeah.
Maybe remembering dojo as well.
Maybe that's true. Shadax hasn't checked the dojo. Just for some reason.
Shadax hasn't done Sabrina, has he?
Maybe he hasn't. Yeah, maybe I misremembered.
Yeah,
Oh
that might
yeah,
be-
he fought Erica twice. I think.
Ah, that's what it was.
Not
Ooh,
Sabrina.
swag. So you can't normally do what is called swag boulders. But now that we've added bike indoors, that is the new spot to do swag boulders, where you end up beside the falling boulder.
Yep.
So swag boulders too, done by Nate.
But yeah,
Very
so
nice.
Sabrina actually I don't think we've seen from either side then, so we'll see here.
That could.
Very, very easy fight. That gives the
And-
good rush.
Hooray! We can go fishing. All right. Now, another thing. The Frieza, it had its level advantage. That has, over time, gone away. Only a 5-level difference between the two Pokemon. As Mewtwo is a legendary Pokemon, it has a slower experience curve. It has the stats to back it up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the Kingdra being at level 50 does make Red a little bit easier than if the badges were back-to-back.
Okay, Shadax grabbing that item in Misty's gym and heading towards Tojo Falls, so...
All right.
It really looks like it's going to come down to, is it in Dragon's Den or is it in Victory Road?
Yep. It could be both.
Yeah, it might be 1-on-1. In which case, it probably favors the player that finds the Cascade Badge rather than the Pokegear, because once you find the Pokegear, you can check everything in West Kanto. Of course, the Cascade Badge might be in West Kanto, but if it's not, then you'll save some time by not doing that. It could be neither, but we're running out of things that haven't been checked. If it's not Dragon's Den or Victory Road, I think it has to be E4?
Oh, there's the other rod.
Yeah.
Alright, we'd have all the rod locations.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure, after these two full sections are done, what hasn't been done. Oh, true, SS Ticket. Kimonos has been done by one. Shadax did do that, so... I think SS Ticket and E4, and then the sections they're doing now are the only ones that we haven't seen. Unless I'm forgetting something else.
Yeah.
Because Soft Sand Girls was done by one of them, Kimonos was done by one of them. All the Gym Leaders, Nugget Bridge. Nothing yet. Yeah, Shadax not doing the optimal movement there, unless they're planning on getting the fly point anyways. But if you're not gonna fight the rival, it's better to do everything in Victory Road, escape rope, grab that item, and then fly away. There's the Pokegear, and nothing in Dragon's Den.
Ooh, okay.
So if Shadax just, you know, if that Cascade Badge is just in West Kanto, which it seems extremely likely at this point, Shadax has a pretty decent... Well, actually, not even that much of an advantage, because Nate is heading there right now.
Yeah, so we're looking at maybe, what, a minute of difference? Give or take?
Yeah. Not in here. Shadax escape roping out. Have to assume it's just wake up the Snorlax now and blitz.
Yep, and if the Cascade is along the path, then... Yeah, we are that... Oh, you need to mark Pokegear if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah, good point. I was too distracted by actually getting it.
I'm entranced by this game too. Like it's a super close game.
With that, I think we'll actually switch the audio over to Shadax, just ever so slightly ahead.
Yep. Now
It's a Croconaw.
it is a Croconaw. One level could be a Feraligatr, but not today.
But yeah, we will see what it is. Where is the Cascade badge? That is the question.
Now, there's still a couple bad locations it can be. It could be Route 4, could be E4, the boat.
Yeah. There's talk
And
about
the
Pokedex. Not exactly what you want to see, but sure.
There's the gear for Nate, and another piece of candy. We got one more easy check here, and then we're down to the bad stuff again. And alright.
Shadax is heading south, gonna at least tag Pallet, might just head straight down and also fight Blaine.
Blaine is a pretty solid check. It's only 3 Pokemon for one quick item.
Yep.
Shadax... Oh, Shadax probably just decided what does he want to do here. Because he's got a lot of options. Eclair, ooh, okay. So
that's unfortunate.
That's
that puts Nate in significantly in the lead. As we know, there is nothing in Dragon's Den.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the wrong play at all.
No.
We know it's not the right play, but it's 5 items behind a couple of fights, and you got a good Kingdra. Like, you got arguably one of the best Pokemon. Not the best, but arguably one of the best. One too far tuning your radio, Nate.
But yeah, I mean, Nate's got, as long as it takes Shadax to finish up with this Dragon's Den, at least, of just free time to try and search for this Cascade badge. Nate also having done Nugget Bridge and, you know, the Route 25 stuff, Nate's definitely ahead on number of things checked. Shadax got to that Pokegear first, but that's Cascade badge eluding both of them.
Yeah, the Cascade was along the path of these, what is essentially 6 to 7 free checks. If it was there, Shadax had a huge lead, but, I mean, a minute.
Yeah, they would have definitely reached red first.
Yeah, but now that we're in this position, it just comes down to what checks they pick. Nate's picked a couple more checks, so...
Yeah, that Mewtwo really, and just some really good movement and menuing, just putting Nate a little bit ahead.
Yep.
But yeah, I believe that, Brock, Blaine, Blue, Route 4, Boat, and E4. I believe, yeah, those are the checks that we have not seen from either side.
Man, I really want to see that boat.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if it was just there the whole time. But yeah, Route 4 you can do whenever you want. Brock is not necessary to do before that. But there is a rival fight inside of Mount Moon. The second you enter, your rival will fight you with 6 Pokemon, and then there will also be an extra fight to get the item.
Yep.
Yes, we have seen Jasmine. Shadax has done Jasmine. Yeah, we've seen everything else from at least one of our players. The SS ticket is not that bad of a check compared to E4. E4 is 5 really long fights with lots of Pokemon for just 2 items. The SS ticket is just the one fight with some movement for 1 item.
Nate going for the Soft Sand Girls. And has he even checked this item down here? I don't think he has, so... I mean, it's not true.
That would have been very funny if it had just been there the whole time.
That would be incredibly frustrating if you lose and that was the one item that's been available for the past hour and a half. Alright, so... No Soft Sand is nothing. Shadax is gonna do Dragon's Den, and the quiz is a little slow, but then what do you do? Both of these runners are neck and neck.
Yep. I think as long as Shadax avoids Route 25, they're doing okay, but if they choose to go do Route 25, that's a massive time sink that we know ends up being not required, and I find it hard to believe that Nate can't win if Shadax does do Route 25, unless it is just E4.
Yeah, I agree. It might be too much of a time sink to make up with everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need one correct choice.
Yeah.
We have every key item required. We have access to everything. There's one item that is different than the others, and it's a badge. Thundershock. We can give perfect coverage to our Mewtwo. Alright.
It probably already has it, honestly, with the 4 moves combined. Oh, it's the... Oh no, it's gonna be Jasmine. Oh, I was getting excited. I thought it was the boat.
I thought so too. I'm like, no, it's...
Yeah, so Nate, this is good for Shadax's side. Nate doing a few of the checks that Shadax has done already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might just be boat right after this.
Yeah, it'd be efficient.
Yeah. Reducing your number of flies. Always nice. But yeah, always the big question, where next for Shadax?
Yeah, no, we're...
Might be Blaine, looks like. Which, Nate went to Cinnabar, but then flew away, so Nate can always just fly back to Cinnabar to do Blaine after this, but we haven't seen the check yet.
Yeah, no, it's, if it's Blaine, that's gonna feel bad. Shadax flew away from Pallet, he comes back. Nate got to Cinnabar and flew away, like... So
yeah, I mean, it's not a bad decision. Jasmine's
not
got
at all.
2 items, it's twice as likely as Blaine to have it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Checking that Pokedex again. Looks
Okay,
like
Nate's
Brock
flying to Brock, yeah.
Brock into Route 4, potentially. Alright. Which of the B... We got Blaine Blue and Brock available. Which of the B gym leaders might it be?
Getting very intense near the end here.
Oh, all it takes is one fight.
Or 2 in the case of Brock's gym.
Yeah.
Is it Blaine? It's not Blaine.
Not Blaine, alright.
Okay, it looks like Shadax might be doing the boat here, because I believe they've done Surge.
Yeah,
looks
we
like
got a boat play. Alright. Alright, so our options are Blue, Blaine, Brock, boat.
Well, not Blaine anymore.
Well, not Blaine anymore, but... God, that's gonna be a tongue twister. Which B check has the badge?
Is it Brock? Not Brock.
Bad news for Bad News Nate.
Probably
no badge on Brock.
Yep, heading to Route 4, just like you said. Again, saves you a fly. You at this point in the end game, you just wanna... You're just doing a bunch of bad checks. It's not a bad idea to just choose which checks you're doing based off of how can you minimize the number of flies you have to do. You save a few seconds each time.
Yep. The Elite 4, the Bout 4, SS Bakwa, and the Elite B.
Or the BS Aqua.
The BS Aqua. Let it be the
That's
BS
a good
Aqua.
one, Garf. Or, yeah. Not
Soft sand. So not the boat.
The grandfather is now a member of the Soft Sand Girls.
Alright. Is it Brout 4?
Okay, Shadax is also flying to Pewter now. Probably gonna do these same couple checks.
Yep, alright.
Yeah.
I'm giving the edge to Nate for now, but all it takes is... Actually, what else is left?
Blue and
or...
E4.
Blue and E4.
Blue E4 and this item that Nate's about to check right now.
Yep, we are... I mean, Shadax still has Route 25, so...
Yes, yes.
That would be a huge bait that... Well,
Not
it's not.
Route 4.
Route 4. Alright.
Nate still hasn't done Sabrina.
So we got Sabrina to do, which is just one fight.
Yeah, at this point, if it does end up being on E4, it just comes down to, like... Well, actually, Nate probably makes it to E4 first anyways, but... If Shadax chooses to do Route 25 before E4, then it's probably over for him.
I mean, it's not over until the dot done is hit. You can't count either runner out right now.
Yeah, it just would give... It would get rid of the closeness, and it would make a massive time difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Superior Rod.
Oh, Shadax has flown to Viridian, rather than doing Route 4.
Are we going to see a blue?
Looks like it.
I mean, at this stage of the game, you have to think, you're one item from Go Mode, what is the play that your opponent won't do? Nate is going to do Blaine. So this
is going back and forth with who has the advantage so many times.
This is 1 in 3 chance of being the item.
Yeah. Every time somebody checks an item that the other hasn't, they have that chance of just entering Go Mode immediately. But yeah, if it's not this, I think this is guaranteed E4, right? If it's not on blue?
I don't think there's anything else left to check. I think it could... Alright.
Alright. Blue can be a problem, second highest trainer levels in the game, well, that we ever would realistically fight behind other than Red himself.
Yep.
Nothing too bad here for a level 54 Kingdra, a lot of stuff weak to Ice Beam.
Yeah, Ice Beam will get through this fight real quick. Alright. Nate, where do you go? Well,
Nate goes to blue.
Blue or E4, we don't know yet. Okay, it's blue. Because he doesn't have that victory road, or,
It is blue!
Alright, Go Mode for Shadax, but Nate will be
going to be right behind. And Nate does have both the Sleep TMs and the Mewtwo that is a little higher level, so...
Yeah.
All it takes is a little bit of trouble on Red, and Nate is completely still in this race.
Yeah, absolutely. There is... And this fight is just beaten by Ice Beam, frankly. So... Gonna give some levels to the Kingdra, makes sense. Dab Extreme Speed Grand Bull, which is a little obnoxious.
This is one of the closer races of the tournament so far.
Oh, without a doubt.
Very, very exciting here.
Oh, wow. Alright, this is going to be Go Mode for Nate.
Cat, yep. And they're both... Oh, no, I unmarked the badge instead of marking one. That's not good.
Nate lost his badge to Blue.
Blue stole it.
He's a sore loser. Alright. This could be a Mewtwo difference. This has been...
It could also end up being a sleep move difference, depending on the league, because I believe he said that Shadax has sold that Lovely Kiss TM, while Nate does still have it.
He might have the Whirlpool. I mean, sorry, no, Hypnosis. Sorry, I saw Whirlpool and I just... No,
I don't remember
what
Hypnosis was.
I forget.
Might have been... Route 25 or Misty or something? I don't know.
I think it was Misty.
Yeah, so in that case, Shadax would not have it. Yeah, so Shadax does not have Hypnosis, and if they did sell that Lovely Kiss TM, then they don't have it, and you're just gonna have to hope for an easy lead on Red. Let's see what it is.
Alright. Red is being started. Nate is beginning the climb on Mount Silver.
A Wheezing.
Okay, that's not the biggest threat.
Depends what it's got.
Body
Slam?
I
could end that if needed, yeah.
Yeah. Paralyze, a little obnoxious, but nothing a full restore can't deal with. Although we only have 3 of them. Nate electing not to do Flash, saving a little bit of time because that was actually pretty clean.
X attacking here. I'm gonna be earthquaking, but it's only 2. Okay.
Teaching hypnosis. Oh, that's a reset. Oh, it's
Oh
anyone's game.
no! Again, it's this sleep move. The biggest thing in this tournament is if you have a sleep move, you gotta use it. It makes the fight so much easier. You're gonna see here what Nate's gonna do. He's just gonna put this Weezing to sleep, and
he's gonna get an X accuracy first because he taught Zap Cannon. So now we have that perfect coverage with the Ice Thunder.
Yeah, well, Surf covers Magneton, but yeah.
Yeah, everything, it might not be super effective, but it's at least neutral. Oh, wow, this could be a sleep move difference.
It looks like it really is. You can see all the trouble that, the number of healing items that Shadax has to go through getting crit. Although Weezing has Snore!
Out of all the things it could have, it has Snore. Alright, we're through the Weezing. There's a Tentacruel, has a really high special defense. But it doesn't matter because we're a Mewtwo. Oh, this is...
Oh, Shadax getting crit again.
Oh, no.
This looks like Nate has it.
This is down to the wire. Oh, Mewtwo and Sleep Move difference. But, wow. I mean, it's not over yet, but it's...
It seems unlikely. Oh, Mewtwo trying to learn Dynamic Punch. Not today.
Not today. Nidoking, which dies to a Surf. Oh, well,
good to Zap Cannon it.
Almost Zap Cannon.
Horrible.
Alright, and with that, with a 2-11, 32, 99, Nate is your winner. GG. Oh, that was the most exciting... I think that was the most exciting race I've seen this whole tournament.
Yeah, for me as well. Super intense there.
I'm really glad I got to commentate this with you, Ib.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Ib being such a great commentator. He deserves a follow as well. He's also part of the...
Still not working. Whatever. Following as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shadax has got to be feeling crushed seeing that done on while on the red fight.
Yeah,
no, just absolutely crushing to lose, being that close.
Oh, so close, but so far. Congratulations, Nate. GG.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
No idea how intense that was.
This was... You have to watch back this VOD. This has been the most exciting race of the tournament, in my opinion.
Holy moly, yeah, I'll have to definitely check it out afterwards, but
that's
Shadax is done now. Shadax actually got to red before you.
Yeah,
barely.
I kind of figured, I'm like, oh no, I almost 100% the entire ROM, so it's like, I don't even know what to think.
Yeah, I think Shadax didn't do Route 25, but besides that, so you had a Route 25 on him? But
and Route 4.
And Route 4.
And Route 4, but that was it.
Yeah, but yeah, so you had a couple fights on him, but Shadax finishing with a 2-12-46. GG.
Amazing DVs on the Kingdra there.
Yeah, that was an amazing Kingdra. Nate, I want to give kudos. Congratulations on winning with the first roamer of the tournament.
Thank you.
Shadax will be in here shortly. GG Shadax.
Exciting. No. GG's, Nate.
Hey, GG's. Great race. Wow, that Kingdra is amazing.
It's a beast. Yeah, it's insane. But man, I'm so pissed. I made
at the end of the day, I really think it came down to you getting rid of that sleep move TM, because Nate kept that Lovely Kiss TM exact and just Nate had a better main as well, but also just was able to put everything to sleep, didn't have to deal with getting crit. You got crit twice while setting up, so unfortunate, because you did get slightly earlier to red.
Yeah.
I think what also made me mad also is that the lead had Snore, so
yeah, that was funny.
It was very funny.
Okay,
that's funny.
I mean, we mentioned that earlier, that it's like sleep moves are very effective against red, and then it's like, except if it has Safeguard or Snore, and of course it has Snore.
Oh yeah, but Nate, do you want to tell Shadax what Pokemon you ran?
I would be honored to tell Shadax. So Shadax, I may or may not have caught the roaming Raikou, aka Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, yes. I heard the cry and I was like, okay, I need to get it. And then I went west to Critique, hoping to get it, but I didn't get the encounter. I don't know if you got it like randomly or if you got it intentionally.
Yeah, he reset three times for it.
Yeah, it took me 3 tries for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's roughly 1 in 4, so it wasn't intentional time loss, but he got the Mewtwo, which saved a lot of time in the end.
Yeah,
makes sense. Yeah. And out of curiosity, before the Mewtwo, did you get like the Kingdra that's on the early route, or
no? All I got was the just the Mewtwo. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I committed to the Electabuzz, which was one of the starters. I chose the first ball, which was on the far right, and I knew that. Based on what Rival had a Seadra and then eventually became a Kingdra. So, I mean, that's how I knew what the Rival had.
No.
Yeah,
Indeed.
no. Yeah, it started as a Horsey, so... Yeah, it was the right pick, Electabuzz. Actually, Nate, you saved a decent amount of time there at repelling, not even taking a single encounter for the first couple of routes there.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. Like, if I know I have a main that's decent, like, I knew that Electabuzz had Flamethrower, but I think we also ended up with Surf early, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah first
indeed.
item.
It was,
So-
it was the first, yeah.
So because of that, I just decided to say, you know what? I'll stick with the Electabuzz early on until I commit to something. I knew once we had Squirt Bottle, I knew I was going to commit to the Electabuzz for a while, but then when I heard the Roman Mewtwo, I'm like, oh no, it's time to get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were still on Electabuzz, I would have probably tried harder to get the Mewtwo, but having my Kingdra, it had a pretty sick moveset, to be honest, so I decided to just stick with it. I think it was a good decision, but
yeah, completely reasonable. Kingdra's obviously one of the best, not necessarily worth the time loss if in case you don't get that Mewtwo within a reasonable amount of time.
Definitely, with the Kingdra being an S tier mine, I mean that I don't blame Shadax for sticking with the Kingdra. It was a great choice, honestly.
Yeah. I think I did a commentator curse. I mentioned how great of a Pokemon Kingdra was, except for Mewtwo being the probably one up from it, and then the Roamer came.
I'll have to go back and watch that because
we were listening to the Roamer cries on both sides at the same time, like 4 times in a row. Yeah,
no way.
we heard it every time you did it.
Yeah, and we were like, wait, is that Mewtwo? Is that Parasect? Is that Mew? We went back and forth so many times.
Were, if I remember correctly, it was Mewtwo, it was, I think it was...
Kingler and Quillfish, I think?
We saw the Quillfish.
We saw the Quillfish.
Yeah, I got the Quillfish. When I got the random encounter for the Roamer, I was like, please, Mewtwo, please. And it was Quillfish. I was like, fuck. Sorry.
Quillfish with Stab Sludge Bomb, which poisoned you, which was like, oh, out of all the Pokemon to find. Yeah, this has been... I urge you both to watch the VOD back. This was one of the most exciting races to commentate for and to watch, without a doubt.
I do... Well, Snowbear has a question for you, Shadax, and then I have one as well. Snowbear is wondering why you were setting up attacks and specials on Red. I'm assuming that was just because you had Earthquake for the...
I had Earthquake, and I was thinking, okay, maybe it's gonna be useful, but... Poor decision in the end. I think honestly, some turns, then the crits. It sucked.
Kingdra with Surf can probably do anything that the Earthquake would do. But I was wondering, why did you avoid Olivine for so long? Because the Plain Badge ended up being there. Basically, at the very beginning was really interesting because
honestly,
Nate.
I don't have a proper answer to tell you because I was thinking, man, I'm doing poor decisions all over the place. I just made poor decisions. I don't really have a clear answer.
It ended up paying off. You ended up finding Rising Badge into Glacier Badge on Erica, so it wasn't necessarily. It wasn't necessarily the wrong decision. I was wondering the whole time. Surely you should do it at some point.
At some point, yeah.
so paint me a word picture. How are you both feeling? We'll start with Nate. When you went to Badge Chamber in Ruins of Elf, there, the one Waterstone Chamber with the 3 badges.
couldn't the Cascade badge be there too?
That's so true.
We
not-
did
not-
have one race earlier this tournament where there were 4 key items in one chamber. Unfortunately, not today.
Well, 3 out of 4 still counts the same. I guess that counts in merit, I suppose.
I mean, I think I said like maybe like 2 minutes before that it was like, man, we're actually pretty close to go mode if we get a bunch of items back to back, and then you show us that. I'm like, oh no.
And yeah, curious, Nate, did you get Cascade badge as your go mode item?
Yes, it was. It was my last
Okay.
badge. I had, let's see, I had the boat and I had the Kimono Girls left besides E4. I did everything else.
Oh yeah, kimonos.
Okay, yeah, then I got pretty lucky in getting the Cascade badge because I had a couple checks still. I had
Yeah.
Morty and things like that. Like,
Not unexpectedly, having a level 40 Mewtwo does save you time.
indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
What wasted a couple more seconds was nicknaming the Mewtwo to Frieza. I mean, it makes sense though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that nickname,
that
if
was a
that
nice
cost you the
touch.
race, that would have felt real bad. But yeah, that was it
I
What?
regret nothing.
was a 74-second difference. So I mean, it was down to
Yeah.
the wire.
It really was.
Good race.
It's probably one of the best races of the tournament, like you guys said.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely have to take a look at it and see what exactly happened and what plays I could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think one play that I didn't. I was saying it was the right play. It was saying no, go to Victory Road. Was doing Claire when you had Victory Road available to you.
Was that me? I forgot if I went to Claire before.
No,
Victoria.
that was me. I did Claire.
No,
Nate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, did you do Claire? I forget.
Yes.
No, you did. You did that after.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did
Nate-
Claire, yeah.
Nate did Victory Road after you, and when Pokegear was there, if Cascade badge. So Nate was in Den when you were in Victory Road, and when we saw the Pokegear, it's like, oh no, this could be over right here with the Cascade badge. It's just along the path.
Yeah. I was really hoping for it, but
Unlucky. It's
unlucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
you got the
Yeah,
blue
you
badge
both
on
played.
blue.
You both played really well, Shadax. I'm sure you've got to be feeling a little bad about the ending there being so
yeah,
close.
The red fight, it hurts a
Yeah.
bit. I won't lie.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
like we've been saying a lot, sleep moves are really, really strong. I think that really
Yeah,
would have helped you a lot there.
I really need to think about it more because I'm not used to, keeping in mind that I have, sleeping TMs or things like that.
Yeah, it definitely takes a while to get used to. But to everybody watching as well, never that if you take away anything from any of these races, use your sleep moves on red.
Or catch a Roamer Mewtwo.
Or catch a Roamer Mewtwo,
Or
also a
that.
good option. that definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah, but no, great race, both of you. If you aren't already, please follow our runners. That's BadNewsNate and Shadax1. It's been a pleasure to commentate for both of you.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much
very
also
much.
for having us in the interview. We really do appreciate it. And
Of course.
all you
Thank you
folks
for-
watching on SpeedGaming as well. If you're not entertained by that, please stay tuned for future tournament races on all the SpeedGaming channels because there's a lot more tournament action to come.
Yeah, huge thanks to SpeedGaming for, again, as always, for letting us have them on here. Yeah, we're still just kind of at the start of round 3 here of 6 rounds of our first stage. We've got 3 more matches tomorrow, 4 more matches on Thursday, a bit of an off day on Friday, and then lots of matches on Saturday and a few on Sunday as well. So definitely stay tuned. Most of them you will be seeing on various SpeedGaming channels. And as I said, that's just round 3 of 6 of stage 1, and we've still got a whole bracket stage after that. So
Yeah.
a
If
lot
you like
more of this to
Pokemon
come.
Crystal, you got plenty of entertainment value coming your way. And if I don't see you sooner, I believe our race is on Saturday, so I will see
Yes,
you there.
indeed. Commentator showdown.
Commentator Showdown.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
But
Oh,
with
that was-
that, I think we will wrap it up. Thank you everybody watching as well. It wouldn't be possible without you guys as well. So thank you so much, and see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Take
Thanks for
care,
having us.
everyone.
Bye.